was younger, I couldn't get out of a sexually abusive fiduciary relationship with an uncle because my mom did not believe me. I mean, it's so painful. I can still feel the pain. So welcome back, guys. Like we said we're going to talk about toxicity and abuse in fiduciary relationships, which is the relationship that you have with your mentor, with your pastor, imam, your uncle, those people with authority over you. So, Ibuku, what would you say is the major cause, the most prominent reason why abuse occurs in fiduciary relationships?
Power. The more absolute the power is, the larger the potential for abuse to occur, and then the degree of that abuse. So if the power that is ceded to that person is not absolute, whether your parents handed you over to them or you entered the relationship by yourself and all of that, and then the extent to which power is ceded to those people or they exercise power over you.
That's where I was going to link it. When you said the amount or degree of power that has been ceded to the person. So sometimes it's your parents. We're coming from, abuse with parents, in parents-children relationship. It's your parents that cede the power. It's your parents that give the person, just do the power. And your uncle, someone in that's what they say. So they give that person absolute power to do whatever they want with you. So and it doesn't have to be male to female, female to male. It can be female to female. It can be female to female, where they abuse you verbally and they make you feel like trash, and they make you feel like you are absolute shit.
In these relationships too, the potential for sexual abuse increases.
It's very, very high. I don't want it to be that that's what we're going to be talking about alone when we're talking about abuse in fiduciary relationships, but that's the most prevalent. That's the most prevalent. So how will it not be what we're going to talk about? It's sad, but that's the truth.
And it doesn't even have to be children or teenagers or adolescents. You have it happening to 25-year-olds, 28,
people 30, in schools with their lecturers.
People. So when you bring lecturer-student relationship, that's where.
It also falls under fiduciary relationships. You believe that this person has climbed this ladder up to this extent. I can follow in their footsteps, and then you try to build a relationship with them. And let's say it's a girl to man relationship, and you realize that instead of actually holding your hand and helping you up the career ladder,
he wants to hold your vagina.
I know what that does. Before we talk about how you can get out of it, what it does is that it ruins future relationships for you. Because I know that has happened to me. It ruins potential fiduciary relationships for you. You don't know how to exist in fiduciary relationships anymore. Even though the person on the other side has the purest of intentions, you don't know how to exist like a normal person. You don't know how to be in a mentor-mentee relationship because you're always guiding, and you will not be able to take the learnings you're supposed to take. This thing is bad.
Very, very, very bad.
Yeah.
You need tissue?
I don't need a tissue. I'm good. I'm still good.
Okay.
Yeah. So how would you say one can get out of fiduciary relationships that are abusive? Either it's verbal abuse, sexual abuse, and even physical abuse.
Okay. Is that you begin to reduce power. And how do you reduce power? Is that you begin to remove the quotes or the things that make whatever you do in that relationship secrets.
Thank you. I think that evil festers in secrecy.
So anything that makes what you're doing with that person secret, please begin to break it. Begin to tell someone else. Begin to keep recordings if possible. Begin to keep, because sometimes you tell someone, someone cannot believe you because this person is in the moon.
High up there. They cannot.
You must be the problem. So is that you begin to have some form of evidence to begin to, and it is not because you want to tarnish the person's image, it's because you want to break out of
Please, the person has tarnished, see me, you know me now, you know me on this vlog. The person has tarnished his or her image already. So if I have any proof against you, just pray that I don't, because the whole world, your bum bum, how's that, ladies? Thank you.
Okay, then another thing is that you can just cut it off, because for me, this relationship is not parent-child where blood is thicker than Zobo and all of that. So
even that, but continue.
Cut it off. Just take a step out. The evils want to fall. Let them fall. Let them fall.
Your parents are going to disown you because you stopped talking to Uncle Lagbaja. See, I mean, you know, that one is kind of tricky because they're going to start telling you. I know of someone, an elderly woman, who has told me that, you know, when I was younger, I couldn't get out of a sexually abusive fiduciary relationship with an uncle because my mom did not believe me. I mean, it's so painful. I can still feel the pain as she was telling me the story. She's way older now, but she was telling me the story and I'm like, how? Like, her mom would tell her that you're going back there after your holiday here, you're going back to your uncle's house to continue your schooling. Oh, ni daleru for me. Maja family hero. And the man was abusing her. You know, our parents need to do better. But what I say is that even you and I need to do better because we are the ones here now. Our parents, give them 20, 30, 40 years.
Max,
you know what?
50.
They're gone. They're dead, yeah. I know you don't like the thought of that, but yeah. So it's me and you that are here that have to do better with our children. Listen to them when they tell you that, you know what, I don't like to hang around Uncle so. You ask them, sit them down and tell them, what is Uncle so doing to you that you don't want to hang around them?
Okay, let me just put this out there. Is that children would hardly lie. You know, adults have a reason to lie, but children will hardly lie unless you have a sociopath or a psychopath child. Do you understand? Yes, like children like that exist. Do you understand? So even though we are trying to, but children hardly lie, and children understand vibes and energy. So sometimes it's not that this person has even done anything, but their souls have they can connect to the fact that this person is not good for me. So they don't want them to carry them.
I promised that on here I'm going to be transparent and, you know, vulnerable because that's what we are promoting here. I remember when I was younger, there was an uncle that always hung around, is that correct English? Our house. He would come and he would go back to his base. And at the point I stopped wanting to sit around the dining table with this uncle. And my mom would be like, why are you such an introvert child? You don't share. And I would not say anything. Yeah? And it would be because, you know, there were some things that were happening. And the uncle wasn't necessarily blood. So yeah. But I just couldn't hang around the person because they did some things behind closed doors that made me uncomfortable. Do you get? But I don't know what happens as kids that we don't always want to tell. We don't always. I think it's because we think that they will not believe us, and usually they do not.
You know
So I remember growing older and now having that conversation properly with my mother, and she was like, "What?" My mom was shocked. She was like, "And you didn't tell me this?" But the reason why I didn't tell her was because, I don't know, I was afraid. Because they're going to blame you in the long run. And I'm not the only one I'm not the only female I know that has this kind of experience.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, going forward, she apologized and, you know, we kind of, you know, just went through that and that was it. And that experience was resolved for me to some extent. So, what we're saying is that if you're in a toxic relationship, please get out.
Resolution exists for you. Either the person apologizes or not. Find a way out.
Find a way out. So if you need to talk to someone about it, do that.
Yep.
If you need to convince yourself and affirm yourself that, you know what this person has done to me is does not make me
No, it doesn't. It was just an event that happened to you.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's a big event. It might be a deeply rooted event, but it's still just an event.
Yeah.
Yes, it made a lasting impact, but it doesn't have to last longer than that.
Yeah. Help exists. Look at your close circle. Look outside of your circle. It may be in form of therapy. It may not. It may be just confiding in a friend, but ensure that you begin to break the holds of those relationships. Begin to break secrets, places where secrets are being
because evil festers in secrecy.
Yeah,
evil, bad, behaviors festers in secrecy, and I think that one thing that promotes abuse and toxicity in fiduciary relationships is the lack of consequence. People believe that nobody's going to do anything to me.
Nobody's going to hold me. And even if they hear, and then when?
Do you think they will believe you?
So begin to break holds of it, and then if there's need for you to begin to have evidence of these
Start gathering evidence.
Not because you necessarily need to be able to believe it. It has happened to you. Like, person with an experience is not at the mercy of a man with an argument. Please.
You are the one with the experience. It's your experience. So if you need to start gathering proof and evidence, please do that. And if they think it's because you want to ruin their reputation, they ruined their own reputation
by
in
themselves.
The first place. Yeah.
And from us to you,
we just want to say that take it easy on yourself. My heart goes out to anybody that might be going through toxicity or abuse at this time. If you need to talk to someone about it, you can send us an email at burgundytalks@gmail.com. If we cannot treat it, we will forward it to the appropriate quarters.
Yes, we will do that.
We will do that, and you can be assured of our utmost confidentiality. Yeah.
Hugs from here.
Love. I'm really glad that I made it to the end of this episode without tears. Hallelujah.
Hugs.
So yeah, from me to you, it's love, peace. I really do hope that you begin to live after whatever it is that happened to you. Stop living from your shell. Come out of it and begin to actually live your truth, because that thing that happened to you doesn't make you or mar you. You are who makes you.
Yeah, flourish and thrive from here. Flourish and thrive. Blossom. You can.
Yeah, bloom time is here. So we just want to say thank you to everyone who has watched our videos, who has shared any of our videos, and if you watched up till this time, you have become our family member. Yeah, we love you. And if you haven't subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Yeah, so that you can see when we upload our new videos.
Yes.
Don't you like us?
I know you do.
Yeah, so thank you so much for watching today. Bye.
Adios.
Bye.